If you're anything like me and you're all about the glow, then I think you might like this video because I'm coming at you with my top 5 drugstore highlighters. I love highlighting my face as part of my makeup routine. I think I highlight almost every day, even if I'm not wearing makeup or I'm going for a very minimal no makeup look. I love to apply a little bit of highlight or even lip balm on the high points of my cheeks just to make them pop. So I'm very excited to share my top 5 drugstore highlighters. This little gemstone here is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. I think it comes in a couple of other shades. This is my preferred shade. I love the champagne color. It's a very beautiful highlight. I have it on my face today. I don't really like a stripy highlight or too much glitter. I like it to look pretty natural. You may have to scrape off the top layer though to get to the beautiful shimmers underneath. You can find e.l.f. makeup in Kmart Australia. It's quite affordable. It's a beautiful shade. I love this highlight. A liquid illuminator or highlighter, in my opinion, is so much more flattering than a powder. It just looks sunken into the skin. The glow looks like it's coming from within. It's very natural looking. Really gives you an all-over radiant finish to your face. This one by NYX, it's called the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. I have the shade Pure Gold. It's quite a warm shade which is suitable for my olive complexion. There are a couple of lighter shades for lighter skin types, and the way I like to apply it is to squeeze a small amount on my hand, go in with my beauty blender, and then onto the high points of my cheeks. Around near my forehead or anywhere you just want some definition and radiance. Stipple it into your face. It blends into your foundation. If you're not wearing foundation, it just gives you a beautiful radiant glow. I'm almost right to the end of the tube. I have to go and get myself another one. I think you get 18 mils in this little tube, which lasted me about a year, and it is quite affordable. It's a gorgeous liquid illuminator that will just give you a radiant glow. I am so glad I discovered this product here. It's the Maybelline V-Face Duo Stick. It's contour on one end, highlighter on the other. It is just so beautiful. It does look pretty white, but on the skin, you just swipe it onto your cheekbones and anywhere else you like. It glides on very easily, and then I just pat it in with my finger, and it just gives my cheeks a beautiful wet look with a little bit of shimmer. It's just stunning. It's very subtle, just enough for those no makeup days. Sometimes this is the only product I use on my face with a little bit of mascara. It's a gorgeous highlight. I really love it. I love how natural looking it is. If you're not one into highlighting because you feel your skin is too shiny and oily, or you have a lot of texture, then this one is for you because it is so natural and subtle and doesn't pick up or emphasize texture. It is the lightest dusting of beautiful shimmer on your face. So easy to apply. It's just a gorgeous product from Maybelline, and a great product to travel with too. This is the Strobe of Genius Illuminating Palette from NYX that I've talked about on my channel before. If you're going to invest in one highlighting palette or one highlighter from the drugstore, then let it be this one because it is just stunning. These powders in this palette feel high-end to me. They are so creamy and buttery. They glide onto the skin like a dream. They are so subtle and shimmery, but definitely make an impact. There is a beautiful selection of shades here. It's also multi-purpose. You can use it on your eyelids and as a cheek topper as well. It's just a really beautiful palette. The way I like to use this palette is by mixing these two shades here on the high points of my cheeks. I love using this lilac shade and this gold shade for the inner corners and on my eyelids or over the top of my bronzer, just to, sometimes I apply bronzer on my eyelids and then I do a little bit of shimmer over it. These two shades just look stunning over the top, and these two shades are beautiful as eyeshadows and highlights as well. You really can't go wrong with this palette. It does cost a little bit more than the others I've mentioned so far, but I think it's definitely worth it. As far as powders go, this will satisfy all your highlighting needs. You will never need to buy a highlighter ever again. It will last you forever. It's just a fantastic product and a beautiful piece to have in your makeup collection. And the last highlighter I want to talk about, which I feel I haven't heard people talk about much at all, is this beautiful highlight in this Master Blush palette by Maybelline. It is this one on the end here. It's not quite champagne, it's not quite gold, it's warm in its undertone, it's buttery and creamy, again does not emphasize texture. It glides on so beautifully, it shimmers so gorgeously, it's so pretty. It will make you look like you have cheekbones that you never knew existed. It's just a stunning highlight. I really love this highlight. I would buy this palette just for this highlight alone, and maybe this color here, this beautiful blush, which is my all-time favorite blush color. High-end drugstore, this blush here is to die for, especially for me, for my skin anyway. I just love it. These two shades worn together are an absolute dream. The glow they give to your face in the most natural way is just on another level. For the drugstore, I cannot believe it. It is just stunning. I also want to quickly mention the brush I use to apply my powder highlights, and that's this EcoTools Fan Highlighting Brush. It has the softest hairs. It applies the highlight like no other brush I have tried. It is perfection. It picks up the product so perfectly. You just apply like this on the high points of the cheeks. You can bring it down a little bit more. I like to apply it right in the center there, then maybe a little bit on the forehead, on my Cupid's bow like this, my nose, the bridge of my nose, and it is just the best brush ever. This brush is so awesome. If you happen to find it, grab it. You will not regret it. Those are my top 5 drugstore highlighters. Be sure to check the description box. I will list all the products down below and link them for you where I can in case you want to get your hands on them. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, take care.